I've gained compassion through suffering. I've gained empathy through suffering, and I can connect and communicate better with people than ever before because I know what suffering looks like. So whether someone's suffering emotionally, financially, mentally, in relationships, I can connect with people. So again, that was a superpower later to be discovered for me. So imagine this, right? I mean, first of all, God bless the school system here. Like today, the school system is very different. They have ESL classes, right? English as a second language. They have, they'll bring you in a tutor. Like, okay, you're from wherever, like what's your nationality? Filipino. So let's say you're Filipino, you don't speak English, and you're going to full-on Americanized school. They'll bring in a Filipino to like a tutor to sit with you and kind of explain and translate things. That didn't happen with me. And so as we moved around from one Section 8 housing to the other, I went to 3 elementary schools, 2 junior highs, 2 high schools. But during that time of going to 3 elementary schools, I didn't understand the language well. There was no tutoring, there was no ESL. And so already I look funny with a funny haircut, funny clothes that I would wear, clothes that my parents would find like in garage sales. And one time I really had to pee. I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade. I had to pee, and we're sitting on the ground there, and I tried to explain that I have to use the restroom, and the teacher didn't get it. She snapped at me to sit back down. I did. It's like, all right, I peed myself, right? And it's like, oh shit. Well, kids are ruthless, man. Kids will begin to pick on you. So when they began to pick on me, and because of that, and I totally understand it, you don't want to go to school the next day. So my parents would drop me off at school. They'd, walk me into class. And as soon as they left, for work, I was out the gates. And one day, obviously I can imagine how like freaked out the principal was because, this 10-year-old kid is hauling ass down the road, and they'd already called my mom, and my mom's coming this way. I'm running this way.
Yeah, they met you like you're in the middle.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go back to school, man. So I picked up a broken beer bottle that was on the ground, and in Armenian, I told my mom, if either of you come any closer to me, I'm gonna cut myself. Like I'm gonna fucking end it. I didn't even know how to kill myself. I didn't even know what I was gonna cut. I knew it was somewhere around the arm, but for all I knew, it was like the fucking hand.
You were just emotional.
That's it, right? You're a kid, and you're like, I don't want to suffer anymore. As it turns out, that was some really good lessons too, because suffering reveals a man to his truest self. Like I know I've gained compassion through suffering. I've gained empathy through suffering, and I can connect and communicate better with people than ever before because I know what suffering looks like. So whether someone's suffering emotionally, financially, mentally, in relationships, I can connect with people. So again, that was a superpower later to be discovered for me. But no, the beginning of life here in the United States was not comfy, was not great. I think most people born here take it for granted. Absolutely. Right? They take it absolutely for granted. I think everyone should be forced to go live in a third world country for at least 90 days to really understand how great we have it here. Like even in the worst of economy in 2008 when the economy crashed, that's when I launched Fit Body Bootcamp. The worst economy ever, even worse than the Great Depression, I launched Fit Body Bootcamp. And it becomes this international brand. We hit the Inc. 5000 list 4 years in a row. We had Entrepreneur Magazine's 500 fastest growing franchises 3 years in a row. Like even in the shittiest of economy, you can launch a business. Go do that anywhere else in any other country. You can't, period. And I think everyone should have to experience that. No, by the way, then I became a citizen. I had to take the tests and understand our judicial system, who our founding fathers were, what they stood for, Congress, everything that people born here just take citizenship for granted.
Absolutely.
Like, they don't know that. And I think, to really appreciate this country, you have to experience a third world country first.